education comes from the Latin word educere, which means to pull out, to lead out.
Most children are very satisfied with what they're producing because they think that that's all that's inside them. And what I feel is that you can make them delve down inside themselves and produce far more. The most satisfying thing about the school is that it has proved that you can have very happy kids between the ages of 11 and 14.
They need to be challenged, they need to be motivated to reach a goal or something, and we have to show them the road, and they will follow because they're eager to know, they're curious, they're creative.
David.
Here.
David.
Here.
Eric.
Here.
Becca.
Here.
Rachel.
Here.
Nathan.
Here.
Noah.
Here.
Kai.
Here.
I visited public school, and she points to someone, goes, "What's your name?" You know, and then they're like, "Robert," and they go, "Okay, Robert." Now then she asks them the question. You know, I mean, it's nice to be able to know everybody.
So, Charles for the week, Franny and Nathan, English rule, Thomas and Max, the French rule, Eric, the instruments, Carla, Gabrielle with the vacuum cleaner, Jihi, Anna, Tanya, locker room, Daniel, and Emily, the hall.
Yes!
It's not really a school, it's more like a club, and everyone is just a member, and we just get together to play music and go to classes and learn, and that's what we do.
The idea was to try and balance a musical training with an academic program, and you can only do that in a special environment.
People from other classes will be in the same French class as you because of their level of advancement in French, and not because they're the same age as you, I think.
Although we are a very traditionally academic school in that we like the chalk and blackboard approach rather than the computers and videos, we're actually very progressive because we really want the individual child to find what it is they can do well. It's often not in music.
Everybody gets a lot of attention from the teachers, and so if you don't understand something, then you can easily get it explained to you.
25 to the 1/2 times 25 to the 1/2 has to equal what?
25 to the 1.
25 to the 1. What's the square root of 16?
4.
4.
American culture is what's predominating today. Like the English culture was predominating in the 19th century, like the French culture was the dominating one in the 17th century and part of the 18th. So this is just a summary, but it gives you a little view of how this center of power switched from one country to another in Europe.
The aubergine is on the bonnet of the lorry.
You got it.
The
Brad,
aubergine is on the bonnet of the lorry.
Brad,
Now, of course,
gotta
in
learn how to do
American, which is the proper way of speaking, it would say the eggplant is on the hood of the truck. But to the extent that language reflects culture, the English you'll recognize have this sort of pretentious sense, just Frenchness about them. The aubergine, it's an eggplant. It looks like an egg. It grows on a plant. It's on the bonnet. It is, of course, a hood. Bonnets are for Easter baskets and children. You wear them in spring. You don't put them on your vehicles. And the lorry, what is it? It's a parrot from the South Pacific with a brushy tongue. Why would you call a truck a lorry? Lord only knows. But of course, the English have always had a problem with the language. Anyway.
They needed math, they need English, they need science, they need social studies, which I call history, and a foreign language. That's the basic requirements.
Mesdames, Messieurs, nous voici au Montmartre, place du Thé, au cours du Paris des artistes.
Des glaces, messieurs, dames, des bonnes glaces. Chocolat, vanille, fraise, menthe, nougat, pistache.
But then there are some classes that are unique to our school in the academic program, and that's the music theory class.
Carla, if we are in C major and we start seeing F sharps appearing, what key is it moving towards?
It's modulating into G.
Very good.
And then the music history class.
Brahms, Schubert,
Verdi,
Wagner,
Strauss,
Puccini, Verdi, Strauss,
Berlioz,
Tchaikovsky,
Sibelius,
Sibelius, Korsakoff, Dvorak,
All right, you know these better, don't you?
John Adams, the famous Bela Bartok.
So altogether, it's a very well-balanced program, I think.
If I sometime change my mind about being a musician, I can fall back onto study. That's what I really like about it.
In English, my vocabulary is just skyrocketed. In math, I know all sorts of new things, and in science, I found out all this new stuff. If you don't finish your homework because you needed to practice or something, it's okay, because you have priorities, and the teachers all respect that.
When they start talking about Hamlet, and all of these kids have read Hamlet, I'm thinking, my God, you know, I didn't read Hamlet when I was 16. It's amazing, you know. So they not only read it, but they're arguing with me about it, you know, and that's great.
Should race and gender be part of the hiring process or not?
No.
Before, affirmative action said yes, because a lot of people are underprivileged. So there should be a quota for African Americans or for Latinos or for women.
They are exposed to different cultures, different attitudes, different levels of thought that they wouldn't be getting elsewhere.
The majority, which are all whites, and putting all the minorities into one other group.
No, that's what you're doing. You're saying all the minorities would be there and the majority would be there. What's happening is
We're all just a bunch of people. Wait, I have a question.
Mens sana in corpore sano, said the Romans, you remember. A healthy mind in a healthy body. And I think that's a vital part of the program too. We have a wonderful staff of people who are very knowledgeable in their field and at the same time who want to share this passion with children and who respect the children and love the children.
To pass on my own love of music to other people, and especially to really bright, motivated kids like we have here at the Crowden School, it's just very exciting to me.
But wait! Don't fill in the vacuum of time. Count it up. Try it again. Ready? Go.
I love to see the light bulb go on in their heads when they begin to see a point.
kids teach me a lot, because sometimes they come up with incredibly natural feelings and ideas, and when they play and when they write and compose stuff, they surprise me a lot. I feel that I'm learning from my kids as much as they learn from me.
This is the best gift you can receive from music, this movement. You don't need to do the words if you don't want to.
It was just amazing, the sort of immediate bond that all my classmates had. There were only 8 of us at the time, and the music that we just played together was just really enthralling for me right then.
I used to dislike some of the kids, and then I played music with them, and somehow it just remedied all that.
It forces an engagement that you don't get, except maybe on a sports team or something.
Every time I played in a big orchestra, I knew that's what I didn't want to do. So it became easier and easier for me to learn how to teach. And it came quite naturally, because I'm naturally bossy.
1, 2, 3.
A child said to me that he felt he was playing to the Queen of England when he came for his audition.
Yeah, I'm nice. I don't want you to be nice. Bring out the worst in you right now, will you? Ready?
If you're not the kind of person who takes violin seriously, I wouldn't go to have Anne be your teacher. You know, you just, you know, she'd kind of like go, no, you're not my person. Go find someone else.
Stand still, stand still. Now throw your finger at it.
She makes her point.
I will spend an entire, say, day, week, month peeling 7th graders off the ceiling and trying to get them to sit still for 5 minutes at a time, trying to get them to quiet down. And Anne can walk into a room with a baton and they're quiet.
What's the fingering for A flat major coming down?
4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1.
This is my first year being in her bowing class.
Think first, play second.
And she's an excellent teacher.
Nobody moves, everybody is ready, they're disciplined, and when she tells them to play, and they play beautifully.
Okay, now, can you keep up the sound just for a little bit longer?
I'm very strict with people who say that perhaps they would like to become a violinist, because there's no way in this modern day that you can become a violinist without a tremendous commitment. You have to have an inner strength which can only come from being sure of what you do. Hopefully I'm pushing them on the right lines towards a musical understanding and not just a technical one.
Children really understand that when they are with her, they're with someone of some significance.
The most exciting thing for me is when a 12 or 13-year-old stands up and suddenly makes a personal musical statement. If one child a year turns this corner, I'm a happy teacher.
What she has is just now 15 years worth of students headed in the right direction in life.
Anne helped me reach a place inside myself that only I get to.
This headmistress image is so far removed from the rather crazy 20-year-old I was. Should you use more bow in the E string or the G string?
The G string. E string.
Well, it's one or the other, isn't it? It's unbelievable that people have this image of me, because I don't feel it at all. I feel more like the children, actually.
But it's wonderful feeling, amazing and thrilling. It's senseless and funny and magic and crazy and chilling.
The other side of our school is the extension program.
So the purpose of the extension program is community outreach, where children who do not come to the school could actually get a taste of the environment and the high quality of training.
Simple exercise, all right? When you're listening to it, go. Even if you feel quiet, go very deep in your body, and feel like the way that the movie's gonna look like. You know what I mean? Like try to see the whole picture. Don't sit and listen from the outside, because you have to be a producer, and you're not thinking like a producer. You're thinking like just another actor. And in a quartet, you know, everyone needs to be a producer and a director as well.
We now serve upwards of 150 children after school, and we'd like to make that 250 or 300.
the emphasis is on developing musical skills that allow them to sing music from many different countries. That's one objective. Other is to learn to read music and be literate so that they can pick up a musical score and enjoy singing it.
It's a choir, but it's almost more than a choir. It's a place where the kids really get to know each other, really become friends, and really start to communicate through their music.
Ultimately, I hope the extension program supports the school so that the high tuitions that the children have to pay in the regular school will be offset by hundreds of children in the extension program.
If a very talented and motivated child comes to the attention of the school who doesn't have the means to attend, we make sure that they're able to come.
I'm hoping that we will really see it as a community music school eventually.
The major benefit of having spent a few years at the school is even though you might not become a professional musician, music will remain important in your life.
I know that I definitely want to keep playing violin throughout my life.
I don't see myself as becoming a performing artist.
Maybe just a hobby.
I want to be a concert violinist. Probably a journalist and like an author.
A biologist, studying rainforests.
The last few years at the school, it's been amazing what the children have found out what they can do, because you make them do it and you believe that they can do it.
It's been a wonderful, creative, spontaneous endeavor in many ways because it hadn't been done before.
I think that if only more people could come and see the Crowden School in action, they would understand what a critical thing it is to have music in an education.
I would like to take this opportunity to pay tribute to Anne Crowden, who has so valiantly carried this excellent idea forward for 15 years and should have to face no opposition whatsoever, because she's only bringing good to the community, to the children, and to the future.